Hey guys, I'm Josh Brown.
And I'm Jordan Stevens.
And you're watching the Cars and Health Bars podcast. Let's get right into the episode. Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. Today is February 5th, 2026. Big shout out to our sponsors, Chemical Guys, Steel Series, Blackout Coffee, Badass Extension Cords, and Speedway Motors. I have your car fact. In some 1990s Japanese cars were factory limited to 112 miles an hour, 180 kilomiles an hour, even though they could easily go faster. It wasn't a mechanical limit. It was an electronic gentleman's agreement between automakers to keep power and speed reasonable on public roads. Comment if you did not know that.
I think that was mainly just like all the tuner cars were coming out, and everyone was trying to one up each other for so long, and they eventually had this agreement let's stop competing on the top speed for the public.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably what made the Supra and the R34 felt like a rocket ship, because they've been limited to such low mile an hour. I'm sure they didn't limit those vehicles.
I don't know. I mean, Mitsubishi even back then was putting out some car. Everyone hates the 3000 GT, but back then
people sleep on DSM.
Yeah, and the DSM was awesome. Second gen DSM. I'm not the biggest import guy, but second gen Eclipse DSM, you cannot hate.
Yes. You cannot hate. I even learned a first gen with a notch.
Yeah, an Eagle Talon TSI. I don't even gotta be an Eclipse, just any of them.
If only they were reliable.
Dude, that's the problem with them, is everyone has just ruined these cars. It's so hard to find a clean one.
1000%. Unfortunately, our guest for today, we kind of hyped it up last episode. I should have known better. I hardly ever do that the episode before, but he actually had something come up last minute, so we're going to reschedule hopefully next week. I'm not going to make any promises this time. We shall see. So it went kind of both ways. I canceled on him the week before because of the ice storm, and then he had something going on this week. So hopefully we can make that happen next week, and you're not going to want to miss that. So, Jordan, do you have anything new going on in your car world? Because I'm going to take over this segment pretty heavily.
Not really. I wish I had something cool here to show y'all. I've been doing I don't know if the audience knows, I've been redoing my wiring harness on my Camaro. And by redoing, I mean adding in some new connectors. I had a couple broken coil connectors and engine coolant temp. And I've learned a couple new things. I found out I've been using the tool set I bought wrong the whole time I've owned it. And been re-luming it, rewire, not really adding any pigtails, just connectors. I'm de-pinning the old ones and re-pinning the new ones, checking pin fit, and then luming it up, taping it up. Nothing real crazy. Not making a harness from scratch, but it's a fun little project. I just got some tape today, and I'm supposed to be getting some loom, so...
Nice.
I already got some, but I ran out, dog. I was using a lot.
Yeah, after seeing you doing yours, which I was there whenever you were working on Summit, I was waiting for my Camaro. Well, no, it was before I even started my Camaro. What am I saying? I popped the hood, make sure there's nothing behind the supercharger, because I've never kept it in my barn before. And I was like, you know what? Now that I know my two-step wasn't my rev limiter issue, I went and hooked my two-step back up. And I was like, dang, man, some of this OEM electrical tape just be looking crusty. I was kind of jealous.
You grab it, and then it literally just disintegrates the loom. It's what mine did. It irritated me so bad because I didn't redo it when the engine was in the car, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, man. I've got a story for you guys, this car's topic, and it's it's ongoing, but it's I would say it's coming to an end. If it's not, I'll continue this another time on a rainy day. But this is the story of my wife's used car experience, and this was all her. This is her car, her money, everything. I just went there for moral support because I feel like it's not sexist to say that, people in the automotive industry, especially salespeople, kind of take advantage of women. I feel like we can all kind of agree with that.
For sure. There's the single mom just getting screwed over by the dealer. That's a pretty common story.
Yeah. Plus, she don't really know what to look for in cars, so it just helped to have somebody there, and husband. So I won't say dealers, and I won't say the maker of the car that we got, but I'm gonna dance around. So we start out. She's got a GMC Terrain right now. Great car. It's been a wonderful car. I mean, we've got it up to like 150,000 miles now. It's been fantastic. Loved that car. It's one of the best family cars. I could recommend it to anybody. So we go looking for a car, looking for a newer Terrain or a Chevy Equinox because it's the same thing. So we go to Campbell Chevrolet. She become immediately a big fan of this new GM color. It might not be new, but it was new to us. Cacti green that they've been putting
Oh
on
yeah, I know
cars.
that color.
Yeah, she's seen that and was immediately hooked. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of like it too, especially if like some of the packages had like black wheels. I was like,
Oh yeah.
that's hard. So we found out pretty quick. Her one thing was she had to have a panorama sunroof. It could have been a cedar box with wheels on. As long as it had a panorama sunroof, she wanted it. So we look at some Equinoxes, and it felt like a needle in a haystack. Like not very many of them had that big sunroof. They either did or didn't have a sunroof. Period. So we kind of had to come off wanting an Equinox, unfortunately. The Traxxas were pretty nice, but they were a little bit too small for her. They all came with panorama or not, and they seem like more common in those. The only problem, they weren't all-wheel drive. That was on her list, but like it was kind of hit or miss if that's what she fully settled down on. So we get to the kind of the end of the situation with this guy. We're like, all right, dude, we just, we're going to just hold off and wait for you to find us an Equinox, the needle in the haystack. And he's like, it's a little bit more expensive, but if you guys thought about a Chevy Blazer. And I was like, I looked at the Blazers whenever they first came back out, and, they didn't really hit my note whenever I first saw them. It's just, I guess that's kind of just me being hung up on the OG Blazers because they were such units back
Even
then, bro.
like the square body and the round body are both awesome.
Yeah, I feel like with those expectations, guys like us just can't really respect the Blazer now.
I need a Typhoon.
I need a Typhoon, buddy. But we drove this Blazer around. We took it kind of down the road. We hit up like a drive-through and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, it grew on me pretty quick. It was a RS package, so it had like the accents in the seating. It had like the paddle shifters, had the V6 in it. They might all have it, but this one did. I mean, pretty for that weight of a car. It was kind of sporty. We think of V6s in our cars, they're like junk, but like a V6 and like a hatchback like that, they're kind of sporty. It's got a little spunk to it.
They are in the Camaros too. I ain't gonna hate too bad.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I owned one. So we sat down, we're kind of crunching the numbers. We kind of knew that this Blazer is going to be out of our price range, but we were curious. We didn't have nothing else to do that day. We were just car shopping. And like I said, our Equinox kind of fell through. So they look at our trade-in, and, our car's got, 150,000 miles on it. It's got a headlights busted. It still works, just the lens is busted. And there was like one other small thing. Oh, there was like a weather seal popped out. Well, they actually offer us payoff for that car, which is almost $7,000. We're like, dang, dude, we did not expect that at all. That's really, really good. But the payment, like the numbers got crunched down to the payment, just wasn't something that she could afford. And, it was all good. We were like, all right, let's put a pin in that and wait for that Equinox. So we went driving around. We went to a couple other dealerships, but we landed ourselves at this last one, the one that I'm not going to name. We get there, looking at some of their options, and like I said, this was end of the day. We were like, didn't really think we'd get anything from this place. It was, I will at least say it's a non-domestic car maker, because I don't know. I told her one thing. I'm not super big on non-domestic. I mean, for economy use, yeah. But this particular one, I don't know jack about. I don't know what kind of issues they have, how reliable they are, anything at all. So we were going in blind. We were looking at a few of them, and then this, dealer or sales guy, he was wanting to make a deal. So he asked our budget, and we told him what we were paying on her current car. And with that in mind, he found something. So it was it's a newer car. It's a 2023 model, so it's only 3 years old. Car has a lot of miles on it, 75,000 miles. That's I mean,
You
that's
see
a
that
little
out
up
of
there.
some newer ones though. That's not.
Yeah,
It's not uncommon. Like if someone had it and like for work and drove it a lot, and then got rid of it for another new one.
Yeah, I will backtrack 1 second for this. The Blazer, I'll keep in mind, the Blazer was a 2021. It had exactly 53,000 miles on it. You tell me, and it was a one owner, and that car had only been to that dealership. You tell me that thing didn't lose a warranty and they traded it in. That's 100%
Dang,
has to
yeah,
be exactly what happened. Yeah. Okay. Back to where we were.
probably.
So this car's got 75,000 miles on it. It's kind of up there for its
Yeah,
for its year, but uh, you know,
probably out of warranty.
yeah, or close to. I think it might have had 100K
Yeah, the
warranty, but
non-domestics are a little different.
yeah. So the whole time we're test driving it, I'm just like, I hate to be the party pooper. I'm not saying nothing, but every time they ask me like, "Do you like it?" I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, I don't." Like we just looked at a Blazer, and that thing was like all that in a bag of chips, and it had
Hmm.
less miles and older even. This car is that new, and it just seems like, I don't know. It just didn't seem very advanced. It's hard for you guys to picture without knowing the car maker,
Seem
but I
cheaper.
don't. Yeah, it seemed very cheaper. Like the dash is like the size of an iPhone Plus. Like I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And it's funny because this like salesman, granted he's doing his job as a salesman. He's over here. I about jumped in, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my cool because he said something that really struck a nerve with me. He's like, yeah, he's banking off me talking about the Blazer. He was like, yeah, but look at all these mechanics that work at dealerships. What are they driving? They're not driving GM cars. They're not driving Ford. They're driving Nissans and Hondas. I was like, first off, you're very wrong because the people I know drive like oxes. Like, I'll just tell you right now, like, you drive an S10, I drive a Buick. Diabito, he drives a newer Ford, but, he's got the Taurus. Like, bro, what is that
He's
guy
got
on
he
about?
got 92 F-150 or F-100 F-150. Yeah,
I don't
Jared
know
has
who.
a power strike. Dude, almost no one at my work drives a non-domestic.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're on about. You've been at like BMW hanging out with those guys or something. Like, I don't know. Like, everybody
Yeah,
I know drives like
ain't been
junkers
around the
because
domestic dealers.
no, I'm like, buddy, if I even knew how many miles were on the Regal right now, I would just love to inform you of that. Anyways, so I kept my mouth shut. I'm like, yeah. You can't deny. I mean, some import brands are extremely reliable. We can't doubt some of them. I mean, I'm not naming any names. I don't want to leave anything on the table. But yeah, there's some reliable car makers across the pond. We can't argue that. But for him to be talking down on American cars, no, I wasn't having it, dude. So we sit down with this guy. My wife, she did. It had a panoramic sunroof, so she's all about it. Like I said, you could have sold her a cedar box with wheels. Uh, she liked it. We sit down, we start working on a deal. The first paper this sales guy puts down is the value of our trade in. Immediately starts beating it down. Yeah, it's got a busted headlight and it's got, weather seal out. I'm like, yeah, I know that. Sets down the paper, offers us $4,400 for this car that we just got offered $7,000 for across the street. I didn't expect the car to be worth $7,000, but I didn't expect it to be worth $4,400. Like,
It's worth more than that, Bubba.
yeah, exactly. So I thought he had a handful of papers in his hands, and that was the first one he set down. And I cut him off. I'm like, all right, go get the keys to my train. We're out of here. He's like, what's the deal? I'm like, your buddy across the street, your competitor. Yeah, he just offered me $7,700 or $7,000 for his car. So I don't know what was said past that, but he kept putting papers down. So my wife, she was on board. Anyways, so he sets down the last paper, which is how much it would be monthly, and it was definitely I wouldn't say it was out of budget for her, but it was definitely above what she was already paying, but it wasn't in the realm of impossibility for her to be able to afford. So it was definitely an option. And he set down that number, and I looked at him and I said, "That's with gap and warranty, correct?" He said, No, it's not. It's like, that's going to be extra. I'm like, okay. I said, well, I'm gone. Like, that's crazy. Like, gap insurance on a car that costs more than 20 grand is a no brainer. Like, that you're going to be paying that much for. That's
Yeah,
stupid. So he's like, well, I'm going to go get my boss because he can help me work up a better deal, whatever. He
Mhm.
goes and gets his boss, and his boss is like, man, if I really got to sell this car to you, I'll throw in that gap and that warranty for that price right there. So at that point, he's kind of defeated my argument of like, this is getting ridiculous. So they're kind of just, it's her buying the car. She's just using me, and like they've just kind of figured out they're not getting anywhere with me at this point. So they're pretty much just ignoring me. And it made me kind of mad because like we're in a small cubicle. We're in this dude's freaking cubicle. And they're like cornering my wife, like trying to get them to shake her hand, like, and she keeps looking over at me, so they end up having to deal with me anyway. So I'm eating that up because I'm just like, yeah, y'all ain't getting nothing out of me. And it just and it's funny because right towards the end of the deal, I get a text message from the guy with the blazer, and he's like, hey man, I'm gonna give y'all another $500 on your trade in if y'all come back today. And I show it to them. I'm like, dude, I'm not even kidding. He wants $7,500 for this car. And it just boiled down. She was like, well, just tell me what you want to do. I'm like, number one, it's not my car. I said, I'll just tell you out front. And I feel like everybody should be like this. I love my cars. I love both my cars, like heavily. And I want everybody to be able to, I'm a car enthusiast. I want everybody to be able to enjoy what they drive, especially if you're going to be making payments, everything like that. You need to enjoy your car because I enjoy my car and it's freaking awesome. Like, even my daily, I love my daily just as much as I love my Camaro. It's just like, I love driving my cars. I can't imagine driving something that I would hate driving. It just doesn't sound like a good time to me. I understand people getting pickles, but brother, you making a payment, you better drive something you at least like. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, I mean, that's pretty much what I said there. I'm like, look, you need to drive what you're going to enjoy. You got two hands here. You've got a car that you can afford and make payments on comfortably, but we don't know much about and has more issues. Or you got B, the other hand, you've got a car with less miles, has a really good car history, and it's a dependable brand that we know a lot about. But it's going to be a lot harder for you to make payments on that. So ultimately, she ended up picking the lower payments, and that's whatever she wanted to do. I'm proud of her. This is her first like kind of decision on her own, and that's cool and all. Well, we thought that story ended there. It doesn't. It gets much worse from here. So we get it home that night. It was a super. I mean, we were car shopping all day. It was such a long day. Sunday rolls around and we're like, all right, she wants to get out and drive around town while and just get a feel for the car before she has to drive really far away to her job. I'm like, cool, yeah, let's go. We start finding problems with this car, and I mean, some big, some small. I almost think this car had issues on the passenger side. Maybe it got hit. I don't know, but the first thing, it doesn't work. And they said that this isn't an issue. Maybe you know about this, but the passenger side defroster was not defrosting the ice on the side view mirror.
Pretty
They
common.
said that it wasn't, there was nothing wrong with it. That car only runs the defroster on the side view mirror when the car is parked. That sounds dumb. That sounds really dumb.
I don't think so, because does your Camaro not have it? Mine does.
Yeah, mine does, and mine runs like the whole time I'm
Now,
driving.
my passenger side don't work, but my driver's
No
side.
shot. Mine either. Mine went out too.
And what's funny is my passenger side got hit, and they replaced that mirror, but it still don't work.
Yeah,
I don't know if
passenger's
maybe
out
it
of my
just blew
Camaro
the
too.
fuse and no one's checked. I haven't bothered since it's blown up, but
That's so funny.
I didn't have to worry about it this winter, so I didn't check. But yeah, I don't think that's a feature.
That's if so, dude, that'd be so dumb. Who sits? I mean,
I don't
get
think
it.
so. It's a circuit. You command it on, it should be on.
Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna throw a fit about it. I mean, I might mention it again. I don't know, because
that's not the end of the world.
Anyway, so that was an issue. The seat, again, some of these issues are really, really small, but she just spent $20,000+ on a car. We expect it to be in great shape. So the passenger side seatbelt's twisted, and that's just more of an inconvenience thing. It's whatever, but fix it while it's up there.
Absolutely. How does a used car tech not just do that? Like, I would do that.
Yeah. Then, of course, I'm riding passenger that whole trip because she's getting a feel for the car. I shut the door on the passenger side, and I'm like, whoa, that wasn't normal. I opened the door back up. Whenever I shut the door door trim like flew towards the car because it wasn't
the whole
all
panel?
the way or broke. Yeah, the whole panel.
Should be bolted in at the bottom. It probably had no bolts.
I don't know, but that, and then As soon as I open the door back up, I look, and the dang weather seal around the car has popped out. Like, I had to pop that back in. I'm like, bro. So the worst of it all, the horn doesn't work. Like, that's crazy. How do you not check that in a used cars check? Like, I don't know. I guess, I miss stuff at my job too, but that just
Well,
seems like a
it may not even be that the tech missed it. It could be like I've dealt with it. Some places I've worked is you tell them what's wrong with it, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not fixing that." Like they don't have to. They don't have to offer a warranty with it. They don't have to fix it.
yeah.
They
I'm
can
not
sell
gonna
it
lie.
as is.
So I guess I could progress a little bit, and that this tells a little bit more. But this is where it goes up a little bit. They're super cool about it. They're like, yeah, no problem. I texted him Sunday just to make sure it was on record. I'm like, hey, dude, this, and this is wrong with the car. He's like, yeah, no problem. He said, just leave it in the service lane for me, and we'll take care of it Monday. I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome. And they put her in a brand new like 2025 car as a rental. Didn't charge nothing for anything, even fixing the car, which I mean, I guess to some people would be like a no-brainer. But I mean, I'm sure there's a few of you out there that's been screwed by dealers. I mean, I got screwed on my Camaro's DOD. They pretty much told me to fix it myself. Anyways, but they tell us everything's fixed, but the horn needed to be ordered. It actually the high pitch and low pitch horn went out, and they had to order. Like, it wasn't just a fuse. Like, it couldn't have been easy. They had to actually order the whole unit. So
That ain't never a fuse, unfortunately.
Yeah. So yeah, we get the car back. Everything's all good. My wife gets in it to leave for work this afternoon. And of course, the tech, whoever worked on it, had like the paper floor mat in there so they didn't dirty up the floor. Well, she janks that out of the way. And I know in my Camaro, or maybe I'm sure yours too, but in the carpet, there's like a small rubber square right before the foot pedal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she put her foot on the pedal, and that panel was loose, or that pad was loose, and it flopped out of the way. I was like, oh, well, that's supposed to be either glued or stitched down. And
underneath like the floor,
yeah,
the floor
in the
mat?
Carpet. Yeah.
Oh, they're not like screwed down or not. They're just loosely like fit. They're fitted, so they just kind of sit there usually.
Oh, okay. Well, that flipped up, and there's a hole in the floor. So I didn't take a close look at it. She was like running kind of behind for work, and I seen that because I just remember looking in there, and I could see the carpet raised up, and I could see like that multicolored insulation or sound barrier. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. So I did a little bit of research, and it's definitely not supposed to be there. So I guess it'll just be doing ring around the dealer again tomorrow. Their manager's supposed to be calling me, and I called him. I'm like, look, I said, it's not my call at this point. I said, I'm gonna be honest, the car is kind of growing on me. I'm still not a fan, but I've just kind of accepted it. And I'm like, but my wife wants to return this car. I just can't help it. Like, she's so many problems have already happened to this car within the first few days of owning it. She just wants to be done with it because it obviously has more problems than we or you all knew. And he's like, yeah, we no return policy on used cars. A strict no return policy.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. I said, unfortunately, that answer is not going to satisfy her. So I'm probably going to need to talk to a manager so I don't get yelled at. So their manager is going to call me in the morning, and I guess that's where this story will hopefully finish. I mean, hopefully they'll fix it again and it won't be no problem, but I don't know. Who knows, man? They've been super chill about everything so far. They've been just as surprised as we've been. I mean, it's nobody's fault that this car is in such bad shape. I mean, the person who got rid of it, I'm sure, knew about at least a few of these problems. I'm sure that's why they got rid of it.
I wouldn't say the dealer doesn't know, though. It's either they got a bad used car tech or the used car tech did his job, and the used car manager's like, nah, we ain't fixing that. Which is not uncommon.
Yeah.
Some cars are, they put the money in, some they don't.
Yeah. This has just been it's been an interesting few days dealing with this car. I don't know, man.
If you are ever in the market to buy a used car, don't feel rushed unless you have no transportation. Then maybe get something. But if you have something that runs and drives, do not rush into it. Just pick something that has a good history and some common issues with it that you can look out for, do a little homework.
I think
Goes
that's
away.
that's the reason I didn't really like. Because I mean, I asked myself, I'm like, why did I not look over this car real good while it was outside? Because I mean, I could have been able to tell a few of those small things. I mean, definitely the weather seal and stuff, but I was like, us looking at this car, like even after the or the sales guy stepped out of the car, I'm like, we don't like this car, right? And she was like, oh yeah, no, I hate. Like she really hated the color. She still hates the color, and I thought that alone was going to push her off of it because I mean, like that's a pretty important part of the car, like not liking how it looks as far as color goes. So I didn't even like bat an eye at this car because I'm like, all right, well, we're just gonna bounce after we get done, kind of wasting his time, I guess. Like it's literally what we said as soon as we seen him walking up to us. Like, well, we're gonna waste another salesman's time.
Hmm.
It was the end of the month, dude. They were like buzzards, man. They wanted to make them last sales.
Yeah.
It was
They
fun.
out there like some lot lizards.
They were. But I will say the dude with the blazer was cool as all get out. His name was Joe Spradlin. Joe Spradlin at Campbell Chevrolet, brother. If somebody's like, I'm giving him a free shout out. He was so cool, dude. He was like so transparent. He was like, yeah, he's like, I've had a terrible month. He's like, I ain't even gonna treat. I'm not even gonna hit my bonus for the month. He's like, he was super chill, and like we took him to Kane's drive-through on the test drive. Like he was so chill. He's talking about playing PC and stuff. He's like, yeah, he's like, I get in some Elder Scrolls and all this and all that.
Nice.
He's talking about like he had your year model Camaro. I think he just had an exhaust on it, but he was like he was liking my car. I kept telling him they were taking forever to look at this Blazer, and they have a C7 Grand Sport out there that has a Pro Charger. I'm like, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna go over there and check out that Grand Sport. I ain't even lying. Oh man, yeah, that was my fiasco Saturday. I'm hoping that this is squashed. Like I said, don't if you know me personally, don't be asking. I'm not telling what dealer or what, none of that. And I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, I sat across the street, oh God, like, and then I realized there's like 10 dealerships right there, like all across the street from each other. But yeah, don't worry about it. Just enjoy the story for what it was, because I hope we at least got a good story out of this situation, because it just doesn't seem to end. I'm hoping it ends I hope this is it, because I'll be missing the terrain. I ain't gonna lie, the terrain was a good car. But yeah, I'd say if for whatever reason, if you're a female watching this and for whatever reason you're not car savvy, number one, I don't know why you're here unless you're a gamer. But man, find you a dad, a friend, like somebody that knows something about cars and go with you, because like just being a man and being there present and seeing how they like cornered my wife, who already doesn't do good with pressure. You're talking about somebody who'll know their whole order at a restaurant, but the second the server asks what you want, she immediately goes blank. Like you corner a person like that, like I don't know what, she probably would start crying if I wasn't there. Like that's just like that's so.
You buy me dinner, man. I'd do it for you. How about that? You listen?
There you go.
I don't care if you're a guy, dude, if you're old, young. Look, you buy me dinner, I'll go check car out for you.
Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm just I'm trying to go pick that Blazer up, dog.
Shit. Not unless it's a Typhoon.
Typhoon.
Well, that was actually a GMC, not a Blazer. But true. Same difference.
It's the same body, same chassis. All right. Well, guys, sorry to take up all the car segment. I just had to give a little story time for y'all because this is just too much for me.
Was the car boosted? How about that?
No, actually.
Okay.
No, actually. That was my thing. It had to be NA. Like I was like, I ain't about to deal with turbo problem. And one other thing I'll note about this car, it was fully loaded. Like it had everything. It had all-wheel drive. It even had a diff locker, which was like, I was like, all right, I see you.
Really?
Yeah. But
an e-locker.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, e-locker. Had a first time feeling well, my mom's Expedition had a cooled seat in it, but like it was old, so this car had a cooled seat.
Seats.
I'm so dumb too, because here it is like 18 degrees outside. I'm like, I don't care. I gotta know.
Yeah.
I hit that cooled seat. I'm like, whoa. There it is.
Summertime, buddy.
Oh, I bet. Cool them cheeks down.
Brother, the back too. The back is the best. It cools that back down. Sweaty back.
I'll say it's got a heated steering wheel too, and that was the first time feeling that. I'm like, that's pretty nice, you know.
Yeah,
Oh
it's a bet.
well. Maybe these last couple of fixes it needs will be all it needs, and it'll be a good
Probably.
car. Who knows? I just not familiar with the brand. Don't care to get familiar with the brand. I'll just say that. So we shall see. But that being said, guys, we're going to throw it to our ad read, and we'll be back with your gaming topic. Bam. I want to thank Blackout Coffee for sponsoring this episode of the Cars and Health Bars podcast. As you know, I work a blue-collar job just like most of you all do, and I need me a cup of joe to get me started first thing in the morning. I always like to hit some of this dark roast, brother. It puts hair on your chest, gets you good and woke up. And hey, if you got a wife like mine that loves some coffee, they've also got flavored coffee options such as jelly donut, salted mocha, cinnamon French toast. Look at the ratings on that, brother. Almost 1,500 5-star reviews. I've been drinking some of that good dark roast to get me started. And hey, they've even got instant coffee. We've all been there running late for work. Grab you one of these and dump it in your water bottle. You got coffee on the go. I want to again thank Blackout Coffee for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. Go on over, support our sponsors, support our troops. Good old America. Get you a cup of Blackout Coffee, brother. Our first sponsor today, of course, you know them, you love them, Chemical Guys. They have the best car care products in the game. Of course, my favorite products here, you got the starter kits. I highly recommend the starter kits to any of our listeners because it is the greatest way to get a bulk amount of products. It's just the best bang for your buck. Even the mini arsenal, it comes with everything you need. It's got the honeydew soap, it's got the spray wax, it's got the bucket, the foam cannon, it's got everything you need. Cars 10 site wide for 10% off your order. And our next sponsor today is Badass Extension Cords. They've got some of the highest quality extension cords in the game here. Got their outdoor extension cords pulled up. What I really like about them is they have all these customizable colors that you can do, and you can even have unique writing on them to make them say whatever you want. They've got the 50-foot pro cable with 6 outlets going along the whole entire cord. These cords are some of the highest quality that you have around. You need some of these in your shop. Even the indoor ones, they go all the way up to 100 foot. They go all the way down to 25 foot. Why not pick up a Badass extension cord for your shop so you can make sure that you do not lack anything whenever it comes to working on your project? You need that for those power tools. You know you do. That being said, guys, head on over to Badass Extension Cords, pick you up a cord, and use our affiliate link so they know we sent you. I want to thank Speedway Motors for sponsoring the podcast. One of my favorite parts, wiring harness. They have a DIY wiring harness, so if you are not that good at wiring, they have a full kit that is a universal. You just pick what circuit you want. It is as simple as you get it. They have a lot of parts for your older cars. It's hard to beat these deals. Some of the best prices, that's always what I've known them for, is the really good prices, the really good quality. So yeah, guys, hop on over there. See if they've got something for your build and use our affiliate link so they know that we sent you. And with that being said, guys, let's get right back into the topic. I hope you enjoyed them advertisements. Got my Black Rifle coffee right here. Finally got it in, and it is some good stuff. I tell you what, if you're a coffee drinker, hit them up. All right.
That sounded like a King of the Hill ad read if I've ever heard one.
Is that right? All right.
I like it.
I'll take it. So I want to talk about PC maintenance. We're going to just do a whole PC segment here because I just recently upgraded my SSD. And if you know anything, me and Jordan go way back on SSD. I can't tell you how many times Jordan's been like, hey, man, let's play this. And I'll be like, dude, I gotta install it. And you're like, bro, we just played that like 2 days ago. I'm like, can't help it. I got 1 terabyte and fast internet. I will say you've been right. I haven't even dug into it yet. All I've done is installed about half my Steam library. Even games I don't think I'm going to play, but I'm just like, they're there if I need them. Like, and I still got like 400 gigabytes left. It feels amazing. It's like refreshing.
You don't got to do it. You just click on it.
Just click on it. That's like the most like spaced out answer ever. You don't got to do nothing.
I'm just looking at my Steam library. Like, yeah, I got like every game I could want to play on here is downloaded. You know.
I'm that guy now. Like, I'm that guy, pal.
I can't fill my Steam library. I don't know how many games you got. I got at least 100.
I don't have that many. I'm getting up there though now that I've like Because I mean, I'm not full PC gamer. I wouldn't say. Well, I mean, I am, but I'm like way
Oh,
behind the
brother.
curve.
I
I
got
got
22
69.
favorites and 98 uncategorized.
I got 69. I guess I'm catching up a little bit. Well, there's a few things I wanted to talk about regarding this subject because I'll say it. Y'all longtime viewers of the gaming topics and podcasts know I'm a PP rider when it comes to pre-builts. I love pre-builts. I think it's great. I think it's a budget option. It takes a lot of the headache out of building a PC. And there, I will say, even though that I got done dirty unintentionally, it's not their fault. It's my fault. But pre-builts let me down, and I'll tell you what happened was, regarding adding SSD to my PC. I was doing some research, and this is after I'd unbought it. I was like, Jordan, maybe you and Trevor both were like, yeah, you should have 2 slots of SSD. And I'm sitting here looking for it, and it tripped me up because it does say on the motherboard SSD 1. I'm like, okay, well, that means there's definitely a number 2. That is not correct. That's just standard motherboard stamping and, engraving, whatever. So to do this, I have to clone my 1 terabyte onto this new 2 terabyte one and be down a terabyte. Like, I'm already like down bad over here. Like, I'm expecting to get 3 terabytes. Here I am having to ditch the old SSD for this new one. So this was something Trevor hadn't even done before. I don't know if you have heard of this before.
I have.
You have? Okay. So, I mean, basically what you do is you plug in this enclosure. That's what it's called. It's basically it's just what connects your M.2 to a USB-C into your motherboard. And you basically clone everything, including Windows, onto this new SSD. So basically all you have to do is pop out the old one and then pop in the new one. And you don't have to format it. You don't have to do nothing because everything's on there. There's like a small thing I had to do with like a recovery file, but it was pretty simple. But what I learned is that most pre-builts, and this might not go for all of them, that's why I say most, only have that 1 slot of SSD. Did you know that?
Maybe not newer ones. I don't know how new yours is exactly.
Mine's a 2020 or 2019, but I'll say
I would say it's probably not standard anymore.
Well, I mean, you remember we got Trisha's PC only like a couple, maybe 3 years ago, and I was curious because she's got an open face like mine is, and she only has one as well. Really important, and it's ROG.
Yeah, maybe they're just the brand don't matter. It's probably just a lower tier motherboard, and there are some things that can be undesirable with that. Not just storage. There's other things like USB ports on the back. And, Wi-Fi compatibility, even things such as more technical things with power delivery. There are different options, so it's not something that you just skip out on, in my opinion.
You mentioned doing a motherboard swap on mine, and I almost was really thinking about that, but I think I don't want to dump too much money into this one. I feel my daughter desperately needs a new PC. I mean, she's getting to where she wants to play games that kind of require a little bit more than a 1060. So I'm waiting to I guess pull the trigger on. I think I'm going to build my next one. I'm almost certain. I hate it because I was always the big pre-built guy, but I want to experience that. Because it's just doing simple stuff like swapping out RAM, swapping out SSD, doing stuff like that so much fun, and it goes by so fast because you're just swapping out one part, and like that part in me is like, dang, I kind of want to take this apart. I kind of want to take this apart, and it just kind of
car guy in you.
Yeah, I guess so. Like just start removing stuff, and I'm like, dang, that's a lot simpler than you think it is. I mean, it's just, the motherboards look so scary, but I mean, it's just it's everything you need. It's pretty much ECU. Like, yeah, it's confusing.
It's
but
like
you ain't
the
gotta mess
frame of
with
your
it.
car.
Yeah,
Connects everything together.
yeah. I will say, if there's anybody here that's still on 1 terabyte just ain't cutting it anymore, guys. It's not. Stop telling yourself that. Unless like you just play 20 to 30 gigabyte, indie games. You playing some like Warzone, some Battlefield, some Ark, like AAA games. You ain't telling me you ain't got more than 5 games on your 1 terabyte, because I know I was in that boat last week and like prior. So go do yourself a favor. Pick you up like a nice Sony Pro SSD. That's what I got. It's been big chilling. And going from like a Gen 3 to a Gen 4 SSD, dude, it did so much faster. Like it's
Oh
surprising. I
yeah.
didn't expect that. Like, man,
Oh, your
it's
motherboard actually supports Gen 4.
yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I will say, talking about upgrading the PC and everything, whenever I went to disassemble mine, I'm guilty of something that is definitely looked down upon. I have not taken my PC apart, even to clean it, since owning it in 2020.
A lot of people do that. It ain't like it ain't
Man,
awful, but I
after
like to be a little cleaner.
after seeing yours, man, your trays come out so easy. Your filter trays. I don't have a single filter tray on mine. Mine has one filter on it, and
You
it's
got a cheaper case.
yeah, dude. Like the only way to take it out is like unbolt a bunch of stuff, and like I'm like, dude, why even?
That's
I
how my
mean,
first was, man.
it's so frustrating, man, because like you got a filter there. You're supposed to clean filters. You ain't supposed to just leave it in there forever. It's not how filters work.
Yeah, I recently tried messing with the RGB control on my graphics card,
Uh huh.
but I took the case open and it's one connector I had that I didn't plug in because I just didn't do it,
Yeah,
and I was like, well, I
we
guess
were
while I'm
we're kind of in a rush to see her running too, because I was there at the
yeah,
time, and yeah,
and, I didn't care. I don't mind the color.
yeah.
But anyways, I connect it and I'm in there and I always feel for dust, like see if I got any dust buildup, and it stayed clean so far. It surprises me because these drier months, I don't know, it just seems like it does a little worse.
And it doesn't help anything at all. But my PC is in my kitchen where I cook regularly, and that definitely does not help. Like this thing probably sucking up bacon grease in the air, and like just everything I'd be burning in here. Yeah, I remember I sent you pictures, but I think you were busy because
Oh, I saw.
yeah, I mean this dust was like an inch
I
thick.
saw.
Like
I was
it
like,
was.
holy shit.
Trevor's like, yeah, just take your PC out there. He didn't see how bad it was. He was like, just blow it out with an air compressor. I'm like, dog, this
Yep.
is about to push everything. I vacuumed that up. I'm like, I ain't even.
So, I'm not going to say I'm not guilty of this, right? My first PC, when
Uh-huh.
I took it apart after I upgraded it a couple times,
Yeah.
it didn't go apart for like 2 years. So it was pretty bad. It
Yeah.
looked like yours. And, I had to use that graphics card because my card just blew up. I was like, well, I ain't spending the money on one yet.
Yeah.
And, dude, it was so bad. I took it out and blew it out, and it was like asbestos from brakes.
Asbestos. God. I seen mine, man, and I'm like, I ain't even tackling that with no air. Like, I was like, I'm getting the vacuum cleaner with the dust buster attachment, and I'm turning that thing on extra suck. And it worked pretty good. I'll admit the vacuum cleaner did a dang good job. I mean, other than like getting on the blades of the fan, I did that with a wet paper towel. But like just getting the surface stuff, it did a super good job, especially in the case, like around the CPU cooler and the
Yeah,
graphics card. It did a really good job. I was pretty impressed by it. Luckily,
nice.
man, with that much dust on my fans and everything, I was expecting inside the case to be just terrible. It really wasn't that bad. I was pretty impressed because, I mean, I would be able to see it build up in the case. You can't really see what the fan's holding on to. I mean, you could see it a little bit, but I didn't know mine was
You
that
probably
that
got
that
pretty good
bad.
airflow through it then.
Yeah, Trevor was like, "That thing gonna run like brand new now." I was like, "Probably."
I love this is just all these little things like the storage and the case being a certain way. Like this is why I love building a PC. Is like first of all, you get to kind of understand. It's not like I fully understand everything, but
Yeah,
I do understand how the components attach and basically their job function at least.
yeah,
So uh, you get to kind of be picky with even if you're on a budget, you can pick something that suits your style
yeah,
when building a PC. I mean, I built my first one for $500, and it was to my liking.
yeah.
I was very happy with that money. It did everything I wanted and more. So anyone who wants to build a PC, you got cheaper options. You don't have to buy a pre-built. You can actually buy used PCs and upgrade
Oh
them.
yeah.
There's so many options.
I seen a dang good deal on Marketplace the other day. It was $600 for a ROG motherboard, like DDR5 RAM. Surprisingly, I think it might have just been
Nice.
16 sticks, and it might have been a CPU or maybe a cooler. I was like, dang, dude, that's a freaking solid deal. Just the RAM alone is like half that. It's a pretty good deal. Like Marketplace is
It
like your
is.
best friend. Like, and they're all in the box still, like not even opened. So I was like,
Oh,
dang, that's
really?
yeah.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, there's cheaper ways to go about it. I feel like a lot of entry people get intimidated because they like hear how much you spend on your PC or my pre-built being like $1,500. Like you don't have to like spend that much. I mean, $1,500 is kind of that's mid tier for sure. But like Jordan said, you can
That's a
get
very good
yeah,
amount, in my opinion. Like you were about to say, $500 for my first.
yeah.
Dude, if you told me back then I had $1,500 to spend on a PC, I'd have lost my mind. I'd have thought I had the best PC ever. In reality, even what I've spent roughly. I'll say the numbers. I don't really like sharing it, but 2,700 on mine. Like
Yeah.
it's a money pit. I get it.
Yeah,
I've
and
accepted it.
that number, like you said, does kind of scare people, but like that spending that much has gave you so much
Yeah,
to grow into. Like,
and also, I didn't spend this all. I didn't just pull a trigger and drop that much instantly. I got a parts list I made up first, and I just went through and got one at a time. First, I got the case. First you get the frame,
yeah,
then
kind of
you
like a
get
project car
and then I got the fans, and then I got a motherboard, some RAM. Thank God I got it before it went up.
for real.
And then I remember we went to Micro Center the first time with the new PC
What did
build. And
we
I got
get?
that 7800 X3D CPU.
Yeah, thought you got something else too. Maybe I'm tripping.
I think I did. I think I got an SSD too.
I think you did. Yeah,
And then Brady gave me one, so I got an extra.
yeah. That's the main thing that's so cool about doing pre-built. So you get to pick every little thing you do. Like, I mean, I'm pretty happy
You
with how
mean
mine is.
home built?
Yeah, home built. Yeah. That's the one thing that is like really cool. I mean, I like how my PC looks. I'm happy with it, but man, being able to pick out a case is the coolest thing ever. Do you want to go with a corner case? Do you want to go with like how
Yeah.
big, how small? There's so many cool options.
And then the fans, like you can get.
The fans too. Yeah.
If you want RGB, you can get it. If you want no RGB, you can get it. If you want to do the sleeper build and rock a 90s tower from your school, you can do that.
Yeah.
Like
Micro
it's
Center
so
does
cool.
have those. I will one like RGB can get expensive, and some people, especially like console guys, I feel like they have a hard time wrapping their head around like why everything RGB. Man, I don't know. It's just a vibe. I mean, my RAM sticks are RGB. It's so pointless, but like
I was
I'm
about
so
to mention
spoiled
that.
by it.
I was like, homie got Gucci RAM stick. I don't even got that on my build because
I love them, dude. Like, I love the RGB.
I do got
RAM.
an RGB motherboard though, so I am kind of
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah, your PC's a lot more lit up. Well, mine's pretty lit up. My RAM, my
just
RAM, my
brighter.
ambient case. My front fan has color
Oh,
on it.
let me
and
get
the
a
home-
photo of mine on the background here in a minute if I can. Oh, I can't change it while recording. Sorry, guys. Maybe next time I'll have that put up. I actually never thought of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say one other thing. This is your sign to do some maintenance on your PC. Do it for us, because like, man, it probably worse than you think it is. I'm gonna be honest, because like it don't
Clean
take
up
long
your
to build up
files
some dust.
too.
Yeah,
No
that
one
too.
does that. You got so much. Just do a little file cleanup, dude. I bet you gained some storage. You'd be surprised.
Nah, us 1 terabyte guys, bro. We keep them.
You'd be
files
surprised.
cleaned up.
It matters when you on less than 2
That's true.
terabytes.
That's
I
true.
was there at one point.
But there, one funny thing, I felt so embarrassed because like I didn't want to unhook everything to do this SSD because I seen I wasn't gonna have to take anything apart. I seen it was just that one screw, so I'm like, all right. So I moved my chair to the edge of my desk and I just lay my PC over with everything hooked up still, other than the power cord, obviously. But I'm sitting here like I'm fighting this case, trying to get this like the main external cover off. I'm like, bro, I know this is simple. Like I've got a screwdriver underneath it. It feels like it's about to pop. And I'm getting like mad. I'm like, all right, I just need to calm down. Like this is something so simple and I'm going to end up breaking it forever if I don't. Bro, I look up a video and I felt exactly how I knew I was. There is I don't know, an inch by an inch square that has like diamond print cut into it that literally says above it, external case release. I'm like, bruh.
I've never seen one be labeled. Holy crap.
Yeah, it literally says I'm such an idiot. I'm over like pulling up
Even
on the
to
bottom.
stuff like that, dude, with building your own. Like, you see how mine came apart? It just snaps. My first one was my first and second case on my first build was that style though.
I love it, dude. Like the quick disconnect glass is so cool. That should be your dang sign. Do some cleaning, brother. It is not hard to take your PC apart. Like it just ain't. They're meant to be taken apart. It's like a hood of a car, brother. You just press one button and it's open.
Pretty much. That's a great way to put it. You're opening
Yeah.
the hood to your car.
Pretty much. It's just go clean your dang PCs, guys.
If you ain't done that, go do that too.
What?
You might need it one day. Open the hood of your car. I don't know if anyone who watches our gaming don't do that, but
yeah,
don't work on cars. But like, just open the hood, look at where the fluids go. It's just like a PC. Like you gotta learn it.
You could be
it
like
could help you one day.
Could be like Isaac. There might be a possum underneath there, dude.
There could be. You might not want that. Then you might not want to open it.
Shut it back real quick.
If there's a possum in your PC case, something is wrong.
Unless it's decorative. Man, I kind of do want to put like some... I love it whenever people put the little like figures and stuff inside their PC cases. I love that.
So I've really thought about putting this guy in mine, but ain't happened yet.
Oh, I love that.
And dude, to anyone who knows, I have a Power Color Hellhound 9070 XT. And I got that cool figurine there. And then I got this big paperweight. It does nothing.
Paperweight.
It looks like it does something there with that hole. It doesn't. Trust me, brother. It don't lead nowhere. This is not a electronic device. This is a paperweight.
Dude's about to cut it in half to find out.
Unless someone here knows more, and maybe I'm wrong, educate me, please, if I don't. Because I looked it up, I thought, and I didn't see nothing.
Even ChatGPT said it worked, but we did what it said to do, and it didn't work.
Yeah, bro. Teach me. Someone teach me.
Oh, man. All right, guys, that's got us for this episode. Hopefully, we'll have our guests joining with us next time. And with that being said, we will catch you all in the next one. Brother, what are you still doing here? Check out some of these social medias below me. If you're not following, go change that today.